Like, is it physical? Is it mental? Is it what do we feel like we settling for? Because there's guys that'll get with women, for example, that may be gorgeous, but they may be missing something up here. Or it may be guys that get with women that got a great attitude or whatever, or she may be a good girl, but she may not fit the mold of where he think he going physically. Where do you think that men settle most at?
Unintelligent. Sorry, my bad.
I think men mostly are settling in the department
attitude.
Like I just said, like women know how to treat them. I don't think a lot of women, they're not trying to understand a man. They don't try to understand the man at all. I think that's what's missing. So I think that would fall under, I think that's more like falling under like catering. I don't think a lot of women understand how to cater to a man completely. They know the little basic shit, man. Make sure that you cook for them and clean, but
even the cooking and clean, they call it being a slave. I don't want to be a slave. I want to go and work. No, you cook, I cook. But still, they expect you to pay all the bills. Because when it comes to the bills, they'll be like, I don't do 50-50. But for the cooking and cleaning, I'll do 50 and 50. I expect you to do 50-50 with me. It's just crazy out here.
It's deeper than that. It's way more. You got to learn what makes a man tick. Like, for instance, some guys, they want to be left alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know when not to nag. You got to know when to just let him do his own thing. I don't think a lot of women understand that, though.
Right.
I really don't. Like, just small little shit women aren't picking up on men, and you can see that shit. Like,
I don't think that that's their fault, though, Slimmy.
It's their fault. They have to learn.
I'm shooting women some bail right now. I'm not sure if it's their fault.
It's their fault, Anton. Because if a man doesn't know how to treat a woman, it's his fault. He's supposed to learn. In fact, women don't give you a chance if you don't know how to treat a woman, like they like to call it. If you don't know how to treat them like a queen, you gotta learn. So the same thing for women. If you don't know how to treat a man, it's your fault. Okay, your daddy didn't teach you, your mom didn't teach you. You gotta find out. Because any man you get with, whether he says it directly or indirectly, is going to be expecting something from you, some kind of reciprocation to show that you like him, that you appreciate him. Some women can't even say thank you because they expect you to do it. All they expect is give me, me. So they can't even say thank you because they're like, that's your job as a man. Okay, you paid the bills. Okay, and so it's your job as a man.
Why isn't it their fault?
Because I think that the nature of women when they like you is to be clingy.
Okay.
I think that the nature. Listen, I think that the nature of women when they like you, when they really, really like you, and I'm not talking about in passing, and it's not all women. I don't think everybody's a monolith, but I think that the nature of a lot of women is to be clingy. Yeah. Now, I think that's different from a woman that is nagging.
Yeah,
nagging and clinging is two different things, right?
There's a woman that lying.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's a thick line. It's a huge line. That's a total difference.
Because a woman that nags you could be nagging you because, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could just be, I hate to use big words, but I like to say cantankerous, right? Or, you know what I'm saying? She's just a person that is always problematic or got issues. I think that's completely different from a woman that wants to be up under you when she's around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's something totally different. Yeah, those two totally different things.
I think that clinging is much different than a woman that's kind of problematic and always want to argue.
Yeah. No. It's gonna. I agree with you that there's women they want to be around a man. I'm not talking about wanting to be around them and like. They don't understand when they give him space, though.
Correct.
That's what I mean. Like,
I don't think that all guys can tell the difference. Like a lot of guys will kind of snap sometimes and be like, "Man, I just want to be left alone." Or if he's immersed in his game or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's situationally aware to where sometimes he can recognize she may just want to be under you or want to be around you. Versus a woman that'll say some shit like, why you always on the game? Like a woman that say, why you always on the game is much different than a woman that's saying, you know what I'm saying, that's bothering you and interrupting you while you on the game because she want to be up under you. That's how
Yeah, she doing stuff, fucking with your hair, like grabbing you, and yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I think dudes do snap. I think I do agree with that. Like, men aren't situationally aware. Yeah.
Honestly, personally, I think that most men wouldn't mind a clingy woman. And hear me out. They don't like a nagging woman, arguments. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you call me? That's nagging. That's annoying. But clingy, very few women are out here clingy. So if a woman was clingy to a man, most guys never see that. A woman who's calling you, texting you, she wants to see you and this and that, most guys are going to die never getting that kind of treatment from a woman. So most guys will be happy to see that because like I said, most women are expecting the man to do that. They're always going to nag you about why didn't you call me? Why don't you text me? Why don't you want to come see me? But very few women are going to be like, let me check on my man, see how, hey babe, how was your day? Hey babe, when can I see you? Hey babe, can we go out? Few women are going to do that. But very many women are going to nag and ask you, why didn't you text them good night? Why didn't you text them good morning? Why didn't you call them during lunchtime? Why didn't you send me money? Very many women are going to nag in that department. Very few women are going to be like, let me text him, let me call him and check on him, see how his day is going. What does he need? Does he need a cooked meal? So that clinginess, most guys never get that, but most guys would love to get that.
So that's another thing that men got to learn how to do. So you got to train your woman up. And I don't think men are training them up, but I think the initial thing is
all the time. It just kind of depends. Molly, you were shaking your head. What's going on down there, baby?
Oh no, I'm just listening. I was just listening. I was
Molly,
just listening to Slimmy's points.
do you think that men often at times settle for the men they wind up getting with?
Yeah, I think that, and let me also state, I think women do too, but yes, I do think that men settle, and I think that men have always kind of settled, and women are starting to realize it and wake up to it and realize life is not a Disney movie. And in reality, you have to compromise and settle a little bit if you do want to be with somebody. So these women are, this is why I don't think a lot of women can handle how men really think and feel about certain things. Because if a woman knows you, she's with you and she might not be the one that you're in love with, that is going to hit her and her feelings a little bit, but
Why does
just
that
is
have to
what
be
it is.
said? Like, why do you like? Is that a conversation? I'm not in love with you. Where like, why does that even have to be a thing?
Yeah, I know.
As far as what?
Like, why would that ever come out of a man's mouth to his person?
No, it probably would not. But I think from discourse on the internet and women are starting to hear how men really feel and think,
Yeah.
they can't handle it because that's not what we were programmed to think. We were programmed to think men love just like us. If he chose us, we must be the end all be all. And maybe you was just the only one that stuck around and everybody else left. So he just said, you know what?
Yeah, it's usually the ego from women thinking that once a man chooses them, they are the queen of the earth or something, you know. But sometimes men just choose her because hey, this is the best I can do for now, you know. But also men are simple anyway. If he wants 6 things from a woman and he gets 3, many guys will actually take the deal. But a woman will get a man who has 4 out of the 6 things she wants, and she will say, she will call it settling. She's like, I'm not going to settle. I want him to have everything. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. Shout out to After Hours. I'll put the full link down below so you guys can go finish the video.